It's Matt Haistings with Compass Real Estate, and this is your December 2021 real estate update for Plano, Texas. Last month was a really interesting month in Plano. Before we jump right in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. So let's take a look back at what happened last month in Plano real estate. In the month of November, there were 237 single-family homes that sold. That's surprising to me because it's more than any of the recent Novembers past. Of course, it is fewer than the months prior, but we typically see fewer homes sell in November. One thing that was really surprising to me is that we saw the median sold price jump to $470,000. That's tied with the other high price from 2021. I personally was not expecting to see the median prices jump last month. We also saw that buyers were willing to bid those prices up a little higher than they were in the last couple of months. The sold to list ratio was 102%. So what that means is half of all homes sold for 2% or more above the list price. At the same time, we did see that the median days on market dropped this month to 6 days. So that means that half of all homes are selling in less than a week. So that's a summary of the Plano market overall. Now let's just take a moment to take a look at what's happening in each of the regions of Plano. When we look back at West Plano, there were 66 single-family homes that sold last month at a median sold price of $632,500. That's actually up quite a bit from the month prior. Median days on market is 6.5, and buyers are willing to bid that up about 2%, so consistent with the rest of the market. Going to Central Plano, which is where we generally see about half of the homes in Plano selling, 134 homes sold last month at a median price of $440,000, and again, we saw people willing to bid that up 2% or more. And then looking at East Plano, there were simply 37 homes that sold. The median sold price was $395. That's about the same as the month prior. And we didn't see that median sold to list really change much. It was just 100%. So I would say all of this is good news for Plano homeowners, prospective home sellers. Whether prices are back on the rise or November was just kind of a blip, I think it's a little too soon to say. The great news though is that when we look back 12 months, sold prices are up 22%. So that's really fantastic price growth for homeowners in Plano. As we go into the month, there are 137 homes for sale. That's about 2 weeks of supply. So not a lot of homes available. It's consistent with how we started the last couple of months. And I think this is gonna be really interesting because we do have the holiday season. I don't actually foresee a lot of buyers backing out. At the same time, I'm wondering how many sellers are gonna say, hey, let's just put a hold on our plans and list in 2022. So combining those two could be really interesting to see how that affects December. As always, I want to take a look at how the inventory breaks down across price points. Now, if you're shopping above the median price point, you're gonna have a little more wiggle room if you're a buyer. And of course, if you're a seller, you're gonna have a little more competition if you're in that higher end of the price points. Shopping below, you're gonna still find it's very fierce competition for homes as the inventory is pretty low. One of the things I wanna point out is that throughout the year, myself and many other market experts are talking about low inventory. And that's true. At any given time, you'll look around and may not see a lot of homes for sale. However, Plano is on track to sell more homes this year than any other time in recent memory. So plenty of homes are actually changing hands this year. And I think that's an important thing to keep in mind, whether you're both a buyer or a seller. There's plenty of opportunity out there. So what does all this mean if you're thinking about selling your home? Well, first of all, last month I told you I thought the market was cooling off. Well, I do think that's the general trend. It surprised me this month. Home prices jumped $30,000. That's pretty great if you're a homeowner or a home seller. At the same time, as we see these home prices shift, and then we see the market shifting, it means as a seller, you need to have a more strategic plan. I want to show you this chart, which I've showed you before, but when we look back at last month, we saw that buyers were really willing to bid up the top homes. Those are homes that are priced right and the owners have taken time to prepare them for sale, and then their agent has really marketed them well. So that's a lot of opportunity if you potentially have 13% additional price increase that buyers are willing to pay for a well-presented house. I think a lot of sellers right now are looking ahead and they're saying it's the holidays, we'll just list our house in the spring. If you're ready and you know your next plans, think about selling it now because you do not have a lot of competition and that's going to create a lot of opportunity for you as a seller to get all the terms you want. If you want to talk about what the strategy around that might be, or if you simply want to know what's going on in your neighborhood, reach out. I love having those conversations with you. So if you're thinking about buying a home in Plano, well, you probably also want to have a strategy. Just like I mentioned to sellers, I would say right now, the most important thing to be doing is making sure you're prepared to buy, having all your financing in order. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time in this update talking about buying in Plano because I recently filmed a full video that really goes into a lot of depth on how to buy a home this fall and into the winter. So go check that out. I think you'll find it really valuable to you if you're looking to buy in Plano. So that's your December 2021 market update for Plano, Texas. I think we're gonna really finish out this year strong. I'm excited to see what that looks like. I always talk about what's going on in the Plano market. I will tell you the fundamentals are the same in all the communities surrounding it. If you wanna know what's going on in your neighborhood or in your city, reach out. I'd love to answer your specific questions, or feel free to leave them as a comment below. In the meantime, I wish you a very happy holiday season. Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And in the meantime, make sure to check out some of our other videos featured on our channel.